Hi, this is Lisa from Crop with Lisa. Thanks for joining me today. Well, for the first part of the project, I needed to cut a feather. Now, I already have a feather video, so I won't go into all the detail that I did before, but I'll show you what I did on this project. The first thing I did was set my size dial to 3.25 inches. That's a 1/4 inch larger than I want my project to be. And I cut the yellow cut, which is this base. And so I'm going to use this as my base. Now, as soon as I did that, I set my size dial back to 3 inches, and I repeated the cut in yellow. Now, it's not going to be an exact shadow, but you can't tell on the upper part of the feather. You can tell on this lower part, but wouldn't you know, you're not going to see that part anyway, so I cut it off. So this is going to be my feather base right here. Okay, the next thing I did was I took my orange that I made with my Cheerful Seasons. This is a thankful word art from the digital kit. That's probably a whole other episode. But I made myself a 4x6 and I cut it with this orange cut. And it says thankful across it. And that will go with my thankful thing that will go across the bottom of my project. So that's what I was thinking. This will go on here. Now this is still 3 inches, but it's a different cut, so you're going to see it. Okay, the next thing I did was, and I cut the bottom off of that also, because I just don't need it. You're not going to see it by the time I put my layer cut on. Now I chose orange, and it does contrast with my other paper, so I've got 2 orange papers going on, but they're different shades, and they're really pretty together. And finally I kept the red as a red. So that is how I made my feather cuts. I'm going to glue those together, and I'm going to move on to do the word thankful, which is actually in the winter section on page 66. So that's the next thing to do. Okay, the next part of my project, I'm going to do the word thankful with the background and the layering. I'm thinking I might change out this for a scallop. We'll see how it goes. But I was really surprised on how big it came out. This is the size dial of 1.5 inches. So the circle is about 3.25 inches in diameter, and the whole length is 3.25 by 5.25. So this just fits on a card if you want to make a card with it. It's perfect. So let's load up the mat and see what we've got. Okay, so here's my mat to cut the thankful layers. I'm going to do Cheerful font shadow in the brown. I'm going to do the back circle in this. I don't know if it's going to be scallop or plain yet. This is going to say thank you, which is just the Cheerful font, and this is going to be a repeat of the same thing. I'm going to cut them together maybe. We'll see how that looks. So let's load up the Cricut and get to work. Okay, Cheerful font shadow, 1.5 inches, reset all, and that is the Cheerful font shadow button right there. And then I'm going to want to do the holly button. Okay, looks great. Super, okay. Hit the load. Push the load mat button. I've been meaning to change that for a while. Need to stop saying hit. Okay, it doesn't matter how high I have this on because I'm going to do a circle or a scallop circle. And I'm just going to keep it simple today. Let's just keep it simple and go with the Cheerful font shifted. So reset all. Cheerful font is right there. Shift holly and push. Okay. My feather cuts down below getting in the way. Okay. So now my Cricut's at the top of the yellow paper, and I'm going to cut thankful. I'm going to undo that, and I'm going to hit the No, I'm not going to undo that. Cheerful font and the holly button. Okay. That's fine. I'm a little busy recording right now and I'm going to talk to you later. Okay, I'm going to do the same cut in red. I'm thinking about doing thank in one color and full in another. We'll just see how it looks. So the cheerful font is still on. I'm going to push the repeat last button. And it says holly on my screen. And now it says thankful again. I'm going to go ahead and cut that. Okay, it's finished. I'm going to push unload mat. I'm going to take off all the extra paper and show you how the cuts are on the mat, and then we'll start assembling. Well, here are the cuts on the mat as they came out of the machine. The shadow, the circle that will go on top, the two thankfuls, and that's just my original model. Let me take these off the mat and we'll see how they look assembled with the feather. Okay, well, I didn't like the color of the thankful, I should show, behind the feather. I thought things were getting lost. So I went ahead and I cut myself another pattern paper, and now I have two circles back there. I like it a lot better. I'm going to use it on a yellow paper. That's the yellow striped paper from the Cheerful collection. I'm going to go ahead and glue this together. I'm probably not going to use pop dots. The thankful's awfully thin, and I want the red to go over the orange. Maybe I'll pop dot the red. Anyway, let me go ahead and assemble this and I will show the results. Thanks for joining me and have a great day.